Hello everybody, this is Tina with Tia's Treasures, and today I have for you the June 2026 card kit from Simon Says Stamp. If you saw my previous video, you would know that I already got the add-ons in, which is the dies for this kit, and then the prize ribbon along with the prize ribbon sentiments, the marquee sign, and the Spotlight Burst Trio. So yeah, those came in earlier. I'm surprised that this kit came in when it did. So let's open it up and take a look. I also, with this kit, I bought some extra white heat and fluff. I had that in my cart because I didn't know if I was going to get this kit, but this looked really cool. And when I did order the kit, I just kept the white heat and fluff. Put that to the side. Let's pull this out. Oh, this is different. What is this? Snow marker. Snow marker. It says apply heat to puff up. So I got this. They must have ran out of this and given me this, but then they got this back in stock, which is why they were able to ship the kit. That's just my guess. What's under there? Coupon, fresh. Put that to the side. So we get our cotton candy lollipop. No, this is birthday cake. I've been ripped off. It's a good thing I love birthday cake though too. That's my second favorite. I actually have, I think, a cotton candy one from some time ago, so I could be happy. I have one of each. So anyway, we put those off to the side. We're going to try both of those and see what they are. We've got our little cotton candy cotton ball puffs, little bit of twine, not a whole lot. I think that's only like 12 inches or so. Some scratch and sniff stickers. Yep, buttered popcorn, scattered straw, which if you watched the most recent Tim Holtz live where he was working with this kit, he said he was thinking of naming this buttered popcorn, but because it came out in the fall, he named it scattered straw. So that's fun. I have one of these ticket books, so I may have to pull that out because I still have a ton of tickets in my ticket book and use those instead of this. Keep one, new one. But I think we are definitely going to use that on something. Let's see. We've got some card bases. I believe there's 6 of these. These are called A1. I heard them called something else, which I don't remember what they were calling them. But at any rate, these are kind of cool. So our dies are popcorn box, festive bunting. I'm looking forward to using this. You can either use string or this little faux string they put in there. Ephemera slots. I got something similar to this in a Tim Holtz holiday card kit from Simon Says. I believe it had 4 slots and they were kind of closer together. So this is fun. And then our 3D cone, which is just a little wedge. I believe there's a piece of copy paper in here to use with that, because the thinner the paper, the easier it is to roll in a cone. So we have this stamp set called Having Fun, little bursts, and these some fun little firework bursts they look like. A lot of different sentiments. What's popping? Have a little fun today, every day. Life happens, cotton candy helps. I believe that. I love cotton candy. My husband thinks I'm crazy. I don't care how old I get. If I see cotton candy, I want some. It's just one of those things. And the blue cotton candy is the best, incidentally. But pink, I'll take pink. I'll take any of it. So we've got some inspiration. These look kind of fun. And here's our piece of copy paper. And then we have red, what's the name of that? Schoolhouse Red. And I believe this is Nina Desert Storm. And then this fun piece of background paper that Simon Says is doing now, which it's kind of got a tiny bit of gloss to it. It's not totally matte. I don't know if you can see that. Let me now real quick find something. I gotta have something close here. A little piece of cardstock of any color. Here we go. We'll take that. And I want to know what each of these do, what the difference is. So we got that there. I've seen that used. But this I have to, of course, I have to unpeel the plastic on it. It's going to take me a second to get that. And come on, let's get that off of there. I can get this plastic off, and then we can try this out too. And it's kind of good thing I grabbed blue so we can kind of see it. Oh, geez. Didn't expect that to happen. That was a little much, don't you think? I went to press it down like you do on markers to sometimes like get them to start. This one didn't need that, obviously. Well, let's take a look. See what we can do. I tell you one thing, it smells kind of foul. There we go. It's just starting. I see where there was some little bubbles, but it almost seems like we do need to like get that to be like really wet. Let's try that again. And it still smells foul. Yeah, not overly impressed with that. I'm pretty glad we got that I bought the extra. Yeah, that's okay, but I can't see me using much of it. I don't know if you can see that where we had a little bit of extra wet, it kind of puffed, and here it blew it out of the way. So I would probably use my other heat gun that didn't blow quite as strongly to use that. And it's kind of puffy a little bit, but I'm telling you, it really has a icky smell to it. So at any rate, let me think about what I'm going to do, and I will be back and we'll make some cards. Okay, it's taken me a few days to get back to this card kit. I unboxed it, and then I did all my designs, and I had planned to come back to it that night after I had all my designs and I had everything cut out, I should say, but we had some major storms come through, and it's like we lost electricity for, I want to say, close to 30 hours. It was bad. Luckily, our neighbor is a sweetheart, and they had a generator, and we were able to hook up our refrigerator and freezer to their generator, so we didn't lose any food. And, you know, it's just a matter of being in here with no air conditioning, and at any rate, yeah, I couldn't get around to doing a video then, and then lots of other stuff came up after that. And so I'm about, I want to say a week late to getting back to this. I think I got my card kit in a week ago, and so I apologize, but I'm here now, and I usually like to get to these if I can before Simon Says releases the newest card kit for like July, but it is what it is, I guess, as they say. So let's go ahead, and hopefully I remember the prep I did on all these. So for this one, I've got a piece of blue cardstock out of my stash, and I cut it down to be, what is that? I can't even remember right now. 4 by 5 1/4, and I stamped out the little starburst here, and I use some, you know, white embossing powder behind it, and we are going to put our popcorn box. We're going to glue that on here. So let's go ahead and get this folded and get it put together. And yeah, I went ahead and I stamped this out. Obviously, I cut it in white cardstock, and I stamped it out with some cranberry colored Simon Says ink, so positively saturated. And what am I doing wrong with here? This, I think it's like my mind is like, let's go like that. Yeah, that makes sense, right? I'm like, oh no, what am I doing? Couldn't even remember. It's been a while. The glue. So yeah, I'm using some Positively Perfect craft glue here, and we're just gonna glue that down. I'm gonna do it this way with the small flap inside. Doesn't really matter though, because it's gonna be covered. And we've got our little red, oval that I am going to glue on this as well. I think, should we glue this down first? How are we going to do that? Well, where is my popcorn? Let's put this in there first. Yeah, that'll help us out a whole lot. If I can get some glue on here. The trouble is, when you let these, you know, cards sit for a while, you got to kind of go back and be like, what was I going to do on them again? Forget. And I took some ink and I blended in that, the Scattered Straw ink. I glued it in, and why can't I get that to stick? I glued it in, or I blended it right along there. And I thought about using some of that pop-up like medium on here, but I thought I've got a bunch of little popcorns that I made, and I've got 2 cards that use it. Both of the cards are right here, so hopefully, do I have that up too high? I might have that up too high. Yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of pop that off of there. It didn't want to stay glued, and now that I've got it to stay glued, I want it down further. But I forget what I was saying. I'm having one of those days. So luckily, if you've been following my saga of my kitchen being remodeled as well, I'm finally getting my countertops in. What's today? Today is Tuesday as I'm recording this, and day after tomorrow, so yay. And I want to get this glued down there. I kind of want it like, I want it popped up just a little bit. I don't like the way that looks though. I'm gonna kind of get it a little bit like that. And try to get what we can glued down without it being pushed completely flat. And I should have gone back and watched some of these being, some of these card kits being assembled before I came back and did my video. But yeah, we're gonna push that down flat. Hold that for a few seconds. I also went ahead and I cut out of red cardstock What's Popping, and I white embossed that. White heat embossed it using, I was using Simon Says Fine Detail White, and everything that I heat embossed. I think I used a lot of heat embossing on all of my cards. Get this there, glued on this side, and I got one little popcorn kernel that I forgot to put anything on, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that down there. And I'm kind of assuming that you have all seen this white medium used with the heat gun to pop up these little popcorn kernels. If not, I really apologize for skipping over that, but this video is going to be longer than usual, and I didn't want it to be like 3 hours long. So hi there, everybody. Thanks for being here. And I am glad anytime you can join me. Let's get that glued down and try to move it over just a little bit because my cards are always a little crooked, as you know. I have a really hard time centering these. It's the same as like when I try to cut a pie. I can never get it straight. My husband does beautifully, but I always get it like, I know how it's supposed to go, but I always get the slices all cockeyed, and it's not a pretty thing. You know, I try my best. Now we're going to tuck in popcorn and see what we can do. Little glue here and there, and we're going to like just put popcorn in our little popcorn box, and hopefully our next popcorn box is going to be a little easier to put together. And hopefully I won't run out of popcorn kernels, or I will have to like do some more. I'm not even sure how many I cut out. I just started cutting them out. You can cut out 4 at a time. Started cutting them out, and after they were all cut out, I used a little bit of the scattered straw ink on them, and then after that, I put a little bit of the little expanding foam on there, and I just started heating them up and going from there, and not really paying attention to how many I had done. That one needs to go there. And can we stick any more in? We need some at the bottom. And not the prettiest, is it? I think I could probably use all of these and still find room for more. We do need one up there though. This area here looks just naked. A little naked. Wait a minute, maybe that one's too high. Yeah, that one's a little too high. Got to stick it in there somehow. I'm not real good at this, am I? Can we stick this one down in there behind somehow? There we go. Okay, well, that's as good as I'm going to get it. And my little tweezers, where do I have those? I would like to use them. Well, I'm not finding my pink pear here real close, so we will use this Simon Says pear that I don't use too often because I want to keep it nice. The other one's all gunky and has glue and stuff, and this one is still pretty. Keep the glue off of it, and we're just going to put this What's Poppin' right there. And we got a little bit of glue underneath it, but that's okay. It's going to dry clear. I thought I had some little embellishments, but I don't see any out, and I'm not going to wait for you or have you wait for me to find some. So that's just going to be card number 1. And let's put this off to the side. And now we're going to go for card 2. Now for card 2, we've got a lot going on. I've got this little banner that I made with the piece of twine that came in the kit. It's in primary colors. We got a little bit of the cotton there, a few sentiments. We've got our little thing we've got to roll up, and we've got a red popcorn box this time again, it was done with the cranberry stripes on it. And let's see if we can get this one folded. And that goes over. Get this together. And see, I just got little things drawn like that, so where I kind of figure out what I was going to do. And that's going to go right there. I got a piece of the pattern paper that came in the kit, and this again, it's cut down to 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm trying my best here to use the different colors that were in the kit for like a red there, a little yellow. Do our best. Okay, now we've got this again. We're going to put in our popcorn box. Put that down. Again, scatter straw, just like the other card. Get that kind of flat there. Okay, pop that up. Just a little bit of dimension. I want this to go underneath this background. Oh, this is the, you know what? I lied. I didn't cut this down. I thought I had the card base behind it, and I was looking at this thinking it was the card base, but it's not. So this is just, this panel is A2 size at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we're going to go ahead and take these, and they're fighting me here. They're arguing with me. They want to go in different directions. I'm going to put a little glue dot behind each of them, just to kind of help me tack them down once I turn them over again. And let's get these down. And that's the problem. They're gonna leave a little glue residue, probably. Right. Okay. Get these down and press on them once we get our spot. That little glue dot's not doing anything, is it? No, it's not. That was like a waste of our time. Well, we're gonna put these, I swear, I'm having all sorts of difficulties here. Okay, I need some tape. Sorry about that. Let's get some score tape here. I'll put a piece down here. Hopefully that's enough. And we're going to put another piece on the other side, right down there. And I'm going to take this backers off after I burnish them down. I'm just using my fingernail to burnish right now. I am not very confident. Hopefully these banners didn't decide to stick down like in the middle of my card, because I did put little glue dots on there, and now you see where my string is way down here. So let's yeah, I have some little glue spots down here that, oh boy, it's gonna all be covered. Let's try this again. But now we should be, don't make my mistakes, people. Okay, I've got the one. We should be able to put, just feel it back there and stick it down. And we want it to kind of come down. We're going to have to move this, I think, because we're going to want it up just a little bit. Want it like that. I hope nobody else is going to have this kind of issues. Okay, you. We want you. Did I want it? No, I wanted it to go down. Okay, I wanted it. I wanted it down this way. see a little bit of tape there, and up this way, and kind of up. Want a little bit of a swag on it. We've got a swag, but it's down too low, so let's move this up just a little bit more, like that. And now it's not swagging enough. It's not like hanging down enough. But let's see. And I think we're going to be able to go up and nothing should be this difficult. It wouldn't be this difficult if we were using actual paper instead of string. Okay, but you know what? We're just going to do it just like this. And I'm going to glue this down. And then I will glue the flags down. And glue it all down. And the string will flatten out. And everything will work out. Sure this is opening the right way, which it is. Okie dokie. Well, that was a nightmare to deal with. Come on, let's get this down where we want it. Okay. And now I'm just gonna pick both of these up and glue these down right where we want them. Well, at least that's the plan anyhow. You can go there, and hopefully this card works and I don't have to like edit it out and cry and tell you, hey, I had another card but I had to edit it out. And our green flag just moved. You know what, I bet these would have been so much better with the glue dot, you know, like some adhesive dots. But if they had adhesive dots on them, they would have stuck and they probably wouldn't have been in the right place at all. Let's hold these down. Hold them down a second. And our string is not perfect, but you know what, at this point, I don't care. Got them all glued except for the orange one. Let's get this orange baby down. And will these move anymore? They're not going to move, but I am going to just pretend they're exactly where we wanted them to be in the first place. And that maybe we'll put that up there. That wasn't my original plan, but it might work. In the meantime, let's try to go ahead and twirl this. I got a pencil here. And we'll try to twirl this and make it round, or get it. I wonder if we needed like a smaller, something smaller. I'm not sure. I do know that we wanted glue on this side here, and I am using the printer paper, which I stamped in Cheeky. Simon Says Cheeky ink. Let's get that. Here we go. And try to get that, hold that down just a little bit. And then hold it down. And I hear pounding outside. So in the meantime, while we're doing that, our popcorn's going to go over here. So let's glue that down. Again, I got this little bit of glue I'll put on the back here. We're going to put it at a little angle. And I'm going to get that down this way. hold it there. And I've got my white little, what would you call this? A popcorn label? I think so. That one goes there. I probably should have, well, maybe I should have like darkened it up a little bit. Okay, let's put a piece of popcorn on it. Little glue dot. And that goes. Come on, stay where I put you. My glue likes to just pop right off. And now we're going to try to put the rest of these down and hope they look decent once they're in. I don't think I did a great job with the first card. And we'll see how we can do with this one. And you can go right there. And I do have to admit that these look a lot like popcorn. I think if you put a whole lot more of this medium on, the puffy medium, you could probably get them to look even more like popcorn kernels. But for what it is, they do a pretty good job of looking like popcorn. And they were kind of fun to inflate. Stick that down there. And yeah, I still have plenty of these left. Probably more than I'll need for this card, so I might have to go back to the other card and put some on there. We'll have to just wait and see what it looks like. And I hope everybody is having a great June. This has been just a weird month. We had some really hot temperatures, and that led to the storms that knocked out my power. And now it's like cool. And I guess according to the forecast, we're supposed to get a lot more rain tomorrow. Almost 3 inches unless they change it. And that's more rain than we need. But it is still, like I said, it's on the cool side. And I am somebody who likes it warm in the summer. I like to go in the pool and go swimming and do those type of outdoor activities. Of course, I have to be near water. If I'm not near water in a swimsuit, I don't want to be anywhere near the heat because I get miserable. And let's put this little kernel right down there. Oh yeah, there's people yelling outside, so if you hear them, I apologize. I'm going to put another one kind of right next to it. Our little popcorn box is lifted up just a tiny bit on this side, but I'm going to leave it like that. I kind of am digging the dimension. Okay, now with this baby here, it's going to go in this way. And we're going to put our little cotton candy poof right there. So let's glue this down first. And maybe should have got some hot glue out to try to get the big popcorn or the cotton candy poofy thing. But I've seen plenty of other cards that just put the glue on the back and went from there. I had to actually pull some of the fiber off of this cotton ball because it was way too it didn't have a very good shape, and I'm going to get glue all over me now. And it was just sad. And look at that as it sticks onto my watch. And I got glue on my fingers, so now I don't want to touch the cotton ball until I can make sure I got all the wet glue off my fingers. And there we go. Okay, so I would have liked to have this down just a little bit more and our banner up a bit more, but it is what it is. And I don't think anybody getting the card is going to be like, why wasn't the cotton candy down further? I mean, they might say it in their head, but I don't think they'd say it out loud to me. At least I hope they wouldn't. Look at that. I got like fiber sticking on my glue. So this is going to be down there. Have a Poppin' birthday. And at the top, we're going to go, let's make life sweet. That way it's gonna look like we planned to put that banner there instead of more. I wanted it more kind of swag that way. That wasn't happening. That's what you get when you don't make sample cards ahead of time. You kind of get what you get. And as Tim Holtz would say, you don't throw a fit. But I can whine about it. I never heard you can't whine. I just heard you can't throw a fit. So there we go. And you make life sweet. That is card number 2. And I still got popcorn kernels left. Okay, for card number 3, let's bring in, I am going to bring in a card that is a little bit different. I went ahead and I found a piece of dark blue cardstock, and I used the little starburst here, and I heat embossed this with some Simon Says fine silver embossing powder. And let me go ahead and I am going to glue this down. And like this card, please. Okay, this card is definitely, I've got it by 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to glue that down. And hey, it almost looks like it's in the perfect spot. Now I took a piece of white blue cardstock and I cut it out, and I used a, what did I use? Oh, you know what? I just took a piece of cardstock and I made this into a tag. I cut out the sides. I cut a hole right there, and I put a grommet in it. And I went ahead and used the die that came in the kit for these slots. Now, I was going to use a small, what is it, the number 5 tag, but that was too small. Number 8 tag was too big for the card. So this is kind of almost like an 8 tag, I believe. I think this is a number 8 tag here. I tried it out on there. Like I said, that's too big. So this is close to an 8. But yeah, you can use this die on number 8 tags if you want, or make your own. So this we're going to do at a bit of an angle. Not a real big angle because I want it to stay on this background, but I want it cocked just a little bit. So let me go ahead and glue this down. Now I want to be careful about only gluing the bottom and the sides here. If we glue down, put glue in there, we're not going to be able to tuck all our tickets in. So again, let's get this more in frame. And just tilt it a little bit so it is on our blue background. And I got some glue. Somehow I got glue on one of my fireworks. I got a little silver bow here that I want to glue right, I want to get it over this. And I didn't mean to put glue on it right that way, but let's see. It's going to stick. I don't know. I might have to hold it down for a while. Do I have like a block or something that I can just put on it while we're doing other things? I don't know if it's going to stick. I might need an actual, like a glue dot. I've got some if we need it. So let's go ahead, and these are just some tickets that I pulled out in browns, and mostly browns and green. These two are kind of blue. Not so much next to this blue, but if you looked at them next to something else, they're like more blue. I don't know. I don't think that's going to stay. I think we're going to need this glue dot. So let me use the glue dot. And I'm going to put it right there. I don't know. We're going to put it right there. And even though it's not exactly on the grommet there, in the grommet, I'm fine with it. I just want the color. So I got these two, which I thought would kind of look good tucked in here. And you could glue these. I think they're kind of fun to just leave unglued. That way they can be pulled out. Now for these, I want like to try to mix them up a little bit and get them kind of just arranged in a fun little way. It's not going to matter because once these bottom ones are there, you're not going to see these. At least we can hope that, right? And get that right like that. And we are going to, we have a little fun today and every day. Now I did use dark blue cardstock and again white heat emboss for this. And I was kind of really glad that I had the dies for the stamps because it made cutting out these sentiments easy. And I could put that in an angle the same way the tag is going, but we're going to keep it straight because I just don't think it's at enough of an angle. It wouldn't look good. I don't think it would look good anyway. And here is our card number 3. I like that one a lot. I think that's fun. Okay, now back to banners. Now see, these are going to be easier because these are using paper, so they're not going to go anywhere. So using this stamp this time, I went ahead and I took a bunch of primary colors and I stamped all over the background using, let's see, I used Zest, Mandarin, Cranberry Night, and Lucky. I thought they matched these cards colors pretty well. And I had to do this twice because the first time I stamped it, I dropped the stamp and I ended up getting it smeared, and then I tried to stamp over where it was smeared and it didn't look good. So I'm like, and it was my last thing I had to put down. It's like, go figure. It was the very last stamp I stamped and I dropped it. So this is a full panel. And my dog is barking in the background. I don't know what he's barking at. Oh, I know what he's barking at. All those people that I keep hearing outside, that's got to be what he's barking at. Make sure, yep, that is right. And husband's yelling at him, like, come here, Bruce, Bruce. I don't think Bruce is going to listen, though. He might. Listens to me better, truth be told. But then I give him the evil eye, and he kind of just, like, cowers. And I'm like, I don't have to really do anything, but give him the look. Same look I used to give my kids, the same look I give my husband when he's really making me mad. I think you all know the look, right? We all can agree what that look is. Yeah. Of course, if anybody tried to give me the look, I think I'd be very, very put out. And I don't think it would work. To have a battle of the looks going on. I'd give the look and then they'd give the look back. And before you know it, fireworks and all sorts of things. And it could be bad. So let's try to get this rolled up again. And get it just rolled. And this is, this was stamped with the Marine. I think that's what this is too. I think I even had more colors than I just showed you. Sorry about that. Marine on here, which matches that blue cotton perfectly. And I did see on Amazon, you can buy more of this colored cotton if you want. So if you run out, because it does only come, of course, we only got the 2 pinks and the 2 blues in the kit. And if you want to use this little die again with more, you can buy yellow. I don't know if I've seen yellow cotton candy, but you can also, yeah, just buy the pink and blue, but big bags. I want bigger bags. And what was this one supposed to look like? This is right in the center. Okay, yeah, this one is going to be Life Happens, Cotton Candy Helps, and that's going to go right in the center there. Let's get this glued down and try to keep it off of my fingers this time. And put that in there to kind of make sure we can get it down. And yep, that's, we're going to put a little glue right here. And we're going to put some right there on the back. And let's get that like that and like that. And just squish that down because we can always pop it back up again. You know, kind of like that. There we go. And I forgot to put this down. Go figure. Yeah, I would have moved that down just a little bit. All you people screaming, Dana, the banner, the banner, the banner. Don't forget the banner. Sorry, I forgot the banner. I did it, but these aren't going to flip like it did on the cloth, on the little string. So I think from now on, I don't know if I'd use string again, to tell you the truth, because it just doesn't behave when you're trying to put your banners down. It is very, very, very finicky. And these, at least, you can kind of do this, and it kind of goes where you put it. And come on. I'm gonna, yeah. Funny thing is, our next card, I have 3 banners, believe it or not. It's like, I don't know what I was thinking. I know exactly what I was thinking, actually. Do I know what I was thinking? I was thinking I never used these banners before, so I didn't think they were going to be such a pain in my bottom. But they are. You, and we're going to get you right like, come on, right like that. And see, and then we're going to put this, and yes, it's going to be kind of squished because that is my fault. Sorry, everyone. I maybe should have left the banner off at that point, but I cut it out, and gosh dang it, I was going to use it. Life Happens, Cotton Candy Helps. There, we got that right there for card number 4. Our 4th card. Yep. You know, it's a little bit busy, but I like it. This sticks out just enough, so it'll be fun. Now, for our 5th and final card. Come on. Let's not drop anything. I have another of the pattern paper backgrounds, and I have 3 banners, and I have got Good Times cut out with red cardstock. Now this last one we've got, I want to crisscross our banners, and I won't forget the banners this time for the simple reason that it's all banners all the way down. So let's put this on first. Put our background on. And if you've watched me this far, thank you. I'm so happy you made it all the way to the end, almost. If you don't like bug out now. If you like this card, these cards, please give it a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm so much. I am so happy you are all here. If you're not a subscriber, I'd really love to have you as one. And either way, thank you for watching. But yeah, thumbs up will help a lot. And I could use all the help I can get, let me tell you. You know, especially when I have weeks like this where, you know, the electricity goes off and dogs are barking and the neighbors are outside and making noise when you're trying to sleep. Not all the time, but enough they've got younger kids. When I say younger, to me, I mean kids that are driver's age, that are like out late, come in after midnight, revving their engines. I'm like, and it's right outside my window. It's like, really? But I'm sure my kids were a pain in the butt when they were that age too, so I just kind of let it go. What do you think? Should we make it? I think we'll make it more like even, because otherwise it might not look that great. So we'll do that one kind of crisscross, or should we like do it across this way? Oh, I know. Maybe this way, and move it this way and that way. There we go, and that way. And I got to get them at enough of an angle though, so... Oh, we're going to put this one way up at the top. And again, I drip glue. This is why I like this paper a lot more, the paper string, a lot more than the actual string. And I'm going to put that one kind of right up here at the top. We'll kind of go like that, get them down. And come on. Hold these down long enough for them to stick pretty good. And I know I've got glue oozing out, but that's okay. It will dry clear. Now this one, I want to go down a little bit like that. Some more glue on here. I guess you could pop these up if you want. You noticed I didn't glue down any of my strings, but I don't really think that's going to make any difference. They're not going anywhere. And get these down again. I might glue these down though, just after we get everything stuck where we want it, because they are sticking up just a little bit. And then this one, oh, we got to figure out where we're putting good times yet too. We could always put it over the banners. It is in two separate pieces, so we can put it wherever we want those pieces to go. And you, and you, and you. Come on, I'm going to have to pull it a little bit. Come on. We're going to have to ease it through, because if you noticed, this isn't all the way at the end. And yeah, we're going to glue that down and it's going to be fine. Ugh, ugga bugga bugga. And I don't know why I said that, but okay, I did. I admit to it. I said it. Come on, we want you to stay down. Stay there. And this is going to, we're going to put a little bit of glue right there underneath it. Kind of hard to see the white on white. Put that one down. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to worry about these ends, but I think I'm going to end up gluing them all down now. And come on. And we will cut them all off the edges when we're done. And you can go right there. And right in there. It's going to make me move. Okay, come on. Too much glue. I'm getting glue all over my fingers. It's all good. Okay, now let me cut these off before I put our sentiment down. Try to get these from the back. I always think it's easier from the back for some reason. And we got you. Okay. And now, where should we put the good times? Should we put good? Well, you don't want it too separated. And of course I've got red right there. What did I do with my tweezers so I can try to move? I lost them again. I've got 2 pairs of tweezers that I appear to have lost. Oh, there they are. Still don't know where the pink pair is though. So yeah, do we want that Good Times? Maybe at the bottom. I'm a sucker to having like my sentiments at the bottom. In this case, I think though that they're going to look a little bit better, more centered. Right like that. And I think we should pop these up. So let me get some foam tape. I got some foam strips here. And let's see. And I think that's going to be a little right there. And this one is a little too long. I need to be careful when I cut like that because I have actually cut my fingers before. This one's not going to, yeah, I've cut my skin before, not paying attention to where I've had these scissors because I am a big klutz. Okay, we got you there and you there. And now let me take the backing off and just throw it down because why not? And this is where it says good. Good, 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 good. And we want the good right about there. That's good. Good enough. I get it. Good enough. Yep. Okay, yeah, I know I shouldn't quit my day job, except I don't have a day job, so I've got nothing but time. Time, huh? Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I can just hear everybody slamming this video shut. Good times. I wonder if that would have looked better in a blue or a green. I don't know. It's red. And this is card number 5. So let's take a look now of all the cards again. Let me get that glue spot. Wipe that off so we don't like stick into it. And let's take a look at all of the cards that I made. See if we get them in the right order. Okay, so for card number 1, we have What's Popping. And then for card number 2, we have You Make Life Sweet. Have a Poppin' Birthday. And number 3, we've got Have a Fun Today, Every Day. Have a little fun today and every day. And then for number 4, Life Happens, Cotton Candy Helps. And for number 5, last but not least, Good Times. So that is my 5 cards for the June 2025 card kit from Simon Says Stamp. And I will see you soon. Goodbye, bye for now.